Hello everyone. So today we'll talk about EC2 services. Okay. So if you come to the compute section, there is a service called EC2. So virtual servers in the cloud. So today we'll talk about EC2. So I think previous classes we talk about VPC topic. So today onwards we'll talk about more on the EC2 because there is a lot of services are there. Okay. We need to talk about more on EC2. So, before starting the classes, please subscribe my channel, and I have just mentioned in the comment box also. You can just subscribe it. You will get a notification, guys. Okay. So let's start. So today topic is how to create a Linux machine and how to create a Windows machine. Okay. So that is what we are going to cover it, and how we can connect through our local machine. Okay, that is what I'm going to cover it. So one by one section will go in the next session, guys. So if you come to the instance here, so I'll create a instance. Okay, I'll just mention it Linux instance. Okay, so I can take it AWS or Ubuntu. I can take it a Red Hat or SUSE. So I'll be, if you wanted to launch it Ubuntu, you can just select Ubuntu and Red Hat or SUSE. But there is a username. It will be changed to Ubuntu and Amazon Linux. For Amazon Linux, EC2 user. For Ubuntu, it will call it as a Ubuntu only. Okay. So let me start the Amazon Linux. So I'm taking a latest AMI, that is 2023 AMI. Okay. This is architecture about. Okay. And if you come to the instance type for Linux, T2 micro is sufficient to log in. Okay. And if you come to the key pair section, so without key pair, do not launch any EC2 machine because whenever we wanted to reset anything, okay, we required. Okay. So create a new key pair. So we can use a productions keeper or development keeper. So according to your environment, you can create a your keeper so that if, for example, if you have 10,000 machines, how you are going to identify it? Is it Linux machines or how you are going to identify this server belongs to which keeper? Okay. So for that, you just create a key pairs. Okay, we can create a server process without key pair also, but it is not recommended. Okay, not recommended by AWS itself only. Okay, so then I'm going to check the edit of the networks. So right now I do not have any VPCs. Okay, so I will be selecting default, and subnet also automatically it will be selecting. Okay, I will not select, and auto assign public. If you enable, if you disable it, you will not get any public IP, but we require to log into the server. So I'm going to enable it and create a security group also. You can use it or select a existing group. Okay, I'm going to use it as a existing. And if you come to the storage section, this is the default given by the AWS for the Linux machine, 8 GB, and this is for GP3. This is the latest one. Okay, there is a GP2 also, it is there. Okay, there is a lot of types are there. You can use it according to your convenient. Okay, next, if you come to the advanced details, there is an option called domain join directory. If you have any yeah, domain, you can just select it and you can run. If you wanted to select any profiles, instance profile or IAM profile, you can select it. And auto discovery, okay, we don't require it. And shutdown, these are all by default, we'll keep it like that. Okay, we don't want to change anything. Okay, so license everything, you can keep, you can make it by default. If you want metadata accessible, you can just enable it. Okay, so what is the versions? Okay, you can use it. If you wanted to enable the tags, you can just enable it. Okay, and user data, so user data I'm going to cover it in the next session, how we can use a user data, how we can install it. Okay, I'm going to launch a EC2 Linux machine. Okay, so the same way I'm going to create a one more machine called Windows. Okay, so just you need to select it, launch instance. Okay, Windows server. I'm going to select Windows image. So I can select it 2022. This is the latest one image from the Microsoft. I'm going to change here different types because it will not support for 1 GB. So I'll make it T2 medium for the testing purpose. Okay. So next I'm going to select this one more key pair. I'm going to create a Windows so that everybody will understand what is this key pair. Is it Linux or Windows? Okay, that is why I created. Then if you come to the network setting, I'll make it by default. I'm not going to change anything, and I'm going to select existing one, and storage also same thing. I'm not going to change anything. By default is sufficient, and advanced details no need to change anything. So we'll talk about advanced details from user data, IAM profile later also. Okay. So for this session only for the how to create a EC2 machine. Okay, using AWS console. Okay. We have a different types of creating a EC2. One is for AWS CLI. We can create it a Terraform. We can create it a cloud formation. Okay, there is a lot of way, but this is uh, to learning. First, you try to learn it, then you can go for the next step wise. Okay, so let me. So what I can do it, I can just open the Cloud Shell, or I can use it in terminal also. Okay, so I'll just try to show it you how to use Cloud Shell also in this session. Okay, just open it Cloud Shell. So this will be created a environment for 5 GB. I think you'll get a free. Okay, I think this. Yeah, I think 16 GB. Okay, cloud user. Okay, let's try to connect. So we can use a Cloud Shell also or our terminal also. Both are same. Okay, but you should connect through servers from the command line interface only. Okay, let me come to Linux. So I'm going to select the Linux instance, and I'm going to action, and I'm going to show some details about get instance screenshot. So what is the status as of now your server? Okay, so your server is it is showing login access. Okay, this means your server is up and running also. Okay, and if you come to again back to monitor and troubleshoot, get system logs. So what is the logs? So all the details it will you can able to see it. Okay, this is two futures from the AWS again, and manage detail monitoring. I will talk about in the cloud session, CloudWatch session. These are all okay. EC2 serial console. How to replace the root volume? I'll be talking about, and image. How to take a image. Okay, how to create a image from the template from the instance. How do we create multiple instance? Same thing. I'll talk about security groups separately, networking, attach, detach, connected to ODS database, and source and change source and destination check, manage IP address. Okay, so according to one by one, I'm going to cover it all the services, user data. Okay, attached to auto scaling group. Okay, and then what else? I can just modify the instance types. Okay, these are all things I'll go through step by step. So now I'll be connecting the servers from the. So we have two different types of we can connect it. So one is for EC2 instance connect. If the public IP address it is attached means we can able to connect it from the console. Otherwise you cannot. Okay. So you can see that there is a note option. In most cases, the default username ec2-user is correct. However, read your AMI usage instruction to check the AMI owner of exchange the default username. So by default ec2-user only, we need to check the AMI. Okay. And there is one more option called connect using EC2 instance. I think we talk about later. Already we have a session for how to connect a instance using the endpoint. This is we are already covered. Okay, we'll try to connect using EC2 instance connect. Okay, this is a one way to connect it. Okay, so let it be there. Okay, there is one more option called session manager. So this one also I'm going to show it you how to connect through session manager. Okay, so we need to install it SM agent and IAM profile everything. I'll show it to you later session. Then SSH client. So how we can log into the SSH using here. So there is an example here. You do not think anything. Okay, just copy this one and go to I think connect to our insurance currently. Okay, let's check we are able to connect it or not, or we need to allow it. One second, guys. So, guys, I have just made some changes from the security group. If you go to the Windows server, I just open this security group and I have allowed for anywhere. If you are able to see, this is for Windows machine, this is for Linux machine. Okay. So now we'll try to connect it. Before that, I'm going to upload the PEM key. Okay. Linux machine. Okay. Because without PEM key, we cannot able to connect to the Linux machine. That is why I have created. Let's see. So let me try it again. See, we are able to connect it. Okay. So if you are type it, okay. We need to execute some permissions. Let me back to EC2 connect the search client. We need to execute this command. Okay. Let me try to login. So now we are able to configure. We are able to log into the server df-h. So this is a by default 8 GB. Okay, this is IP address of the machine. Okay, if I type it host name, it will show us IP address. Okay, earlier it was a cloud shell. Okay, and how we can this is how we can able to connect through Linux machine using cloud shell also, or our terminal also we can able to do it. So let me connect it to. Let me try to connect now in the EC2 instance connect. We're able to. In the meantime, I'll go back to here. Okay. I'll try to log into the Windows server also. Okay. I'll just connect it. I'll download it and I'll try to log in it. Okay. Okay. So it is asking for password. What we can do it, we can just get password option here, upload the key. Okay. And decrypt the password. We'll get a password and just paste it here. So we are able to connect it now. Okay, still it is taking time. So if you wanted to connect from Windows machine also, we can able to do it. Let's what we can do it. We can just copy that Linux file. Okay. So this is our Windows machine. Let's paste the key. Okay, and we'll try to open terminal. And we'll go to the desktop. Okay, same thing. Come to back. Okay, see we are able to connect from the instance connect also. Okay, so if you have private IP address, you cannot connect it. Okay, let me back to here. Let's go back to here. SH client, copy it and paste it here. Okay, okay. This is how you can able to connect it. Okay, IP header. Okay, so we can connect it. Okay, so this is the steps to create a Windows machine and Linux machine from the AWS management console. So thank you everyone guys. Bye bye.